Hello class. Today we will go over a few problems from section 3.1. Before we go over the problems, I want you read this information which is really helpful for this section. Now let's go over exercise number 1. Now here, first we have to find the vertex. You guys already learned in the previous section, previous chapter 2. I think section 2.5. If we subtract -1, so that means it will make right shift. Subtract from the input, right shift. And if we add 4 on the output, that will make up. So, how many units it is going right? 1 unit right and 4 unit up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the point. In fact, that is the vertex. Now, another thing we can see, if this is negative, then it is concave down or opening down. So that also we took care of. Now let's find the x-intercept. How to find the x-intercept? X-intercept means we put output equals to 0. 0 equals negative x minus 1 square plus 4. We are solving for x. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. Subtract 4 from both sides. Cancel out. So negative 4 equals negative x minus 1 square. Let's divide both sides by -1 because there is something else coming with x terms. In fact, negative sign, cancel out. So 4 equals x minus 1 square. Now here is the thing, we have to be smart. Either you can expand and use quadratic formula, but I don't know whether you guys recall or not. If we have square equals to constant, usually we use the square root property. If we use the square root property, just take the square root on both sides. So we got x minus 1 is either plus or minus 2. So if you take positive sign, if you take positive sign, 2 equals x minus 1, that gives x equals to 3. That means 3 comma 0. So that means graph will cross here. And if you take negative sign, minus 2 equals x minus 1, add 1 on both sides. What we got? X is -1. So the point it will touch, it was touching at 3 and it will touch at 1. We are almost done. Only thing we have to find out is y-intercept. So y-intercept means the graph where the point where the graph crosses y-axis. So put x equals to 0 in the function to find y-intercept. Negative 0 minus 1 square plus 4. So it is negative minus 1 square plus 4. Negative 1 square is positive 1, but the front of that is negative, so it is -1 plus 4, so it becomes -3. So the y-intercept is what we got? First x coordinate 0 and then y coordinate is -3. It's positive 3, huh? It's positive 3. Positive 3. So this is the point. Now we got everything. Now if we have everything, just we make the parabola. So this is the vertex, concave down and joining all those points. This is the vertex going down, and that's how we graph that parabola. Just a few steps we have to keep track of. Now exercise number 2. In previous exercise we could see how much right shift and how much going on up or down, but here we have to find out the vertex. If the equation is given in this form, how to find the vertex? There is a formula. So a is 2, B is 4, and C is negative 3. Now let's find negative B over 2A. Negative B over 2A. That is our H. Negative B is 4 divided by 2 times A is 2. So that gives negative 4 over 4. That gives negative 1. We found negative B over 2A. And after that, we have to plug back into the equation to find K. K is, we plug 1 in the function. Sorry, negative 1. So this is 2 times negative 1 square plus 4 times negative 1 minus 3. So that becomes 2 minus 4 minus 3. So it becomes negative 5. So 1 comma negative 1, negative 5 is our vertex. Negative 1 on this side, go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the vertex we can see. That's how we find the vertex. Now, if the coefficient of x square is positive, it is opening up. If negative, opening down. If it is positive, opening up. Now after that, we have to find out x-intercept and y-intercept. So let's find the x-intercept. To find the x-intercepts, two x square minus plus 4x minus 3 equals 0. Can we factorize? Product is negative 6, sum is 4. It seems we cannot factorize. So for that reason, let's use the quadratic formula. If we use the quadratic formula, x equals to negative b plus minus square root over b square is 16 minus 4, a is 2, c is negative 3 divided by 2 times a is 2. So it is negative 4 plus minus square root over 16. Negative times negative is positive. Adding. So 8 times 3 is 24. So 16 plus 24 divided by 4. So equals negative 1 plus minus. That is square root over 40. Square root over 40 we can reduce as 2 times square root over 10 over 4. This is 4, huh? And then if you cancel by 2 on the top and bottom, it becomes negative 2 plus minus square root over 10 over 2. Now, you can use the calculator. Now, square root over 10 is slightly more than 3. And then adding negative 2, that is positive 1, and it is half. So slightly more than half. Maybe it seems somewhere here. Now let's talk about the negative. Square root over 10, slightly more than 3. So that is negative 3, negative 2, negative 5 divided by 2. So it is slightly left to the negative 2 and half. So let's put somewhere there. Now we find the x-intercept, we find the vertex, we find opening up or down. Only thing it is remaining is how to find y-intercept. To find y-intercept, put x equals to 0 in the equation. F of 0. So that means 2 times 0 square plus 4 times 0 minus 3. So everything gone but negative 3. So negative 3, this is the point where graph crosses y-axis. So that's why it is called y-intercept. Now we do have all the information simply joined by the parabola curve, and that is the final answer. Now the question is where we can use those kind of things in our daily life. Now here is a function. we have to find the minimum or maximum value. Usually minimum or maximum value happens at the vertex. Since it is positive, so it is opening up. If it is opening up, then always we talk about minimum value. Now here number B, we have to find out minimum or maximum value because we already decided it is minimum. Let's find the minimum value, and minimum value always happens at vertex. So let's find the vertex. This is A, this is B, this is C. Negative B over 2A. Negative of negative 16 divided by 4. So that becomes 4. Now let's plug this back to the function. So ff4, how much is that? 4 times 4 square minus 16 times 4 plus 1000. This is gone, so we left with 1000. So the vertex is what? Vertex is x coordinate is 4, y coordinate is 1000, and this is the minimum value because that is the output. Now domain and range, like this function does not have any radical, any fraction. So what does that mean? Range domain is negative infinity to infinity, and then the range is, what is the minimum height? Minimum height is 1000, and then this graph is opening up, it's going all the way to infinity. That's why range is that. Now let's see the application problem. You have 120 feet of fencing and you have to enclose the rectangular region. Now what are the dimensions of rectangle? That means they're asking length and width so that it maximizes there is a missing area. So what there is a rectangular plot. Let's say length and then width is W. And what we are maximizing, always we start with that. So maximizing is area. Area is L times W. What is the information we do have? Fencing material, so perimeter is L adding W adding L adding W, the length all around to the boundary. So they are giving perimeter is 120. This equals 2L plus 2W. Now you want to solve for one variable so that we will end up with the single variable. Let's subtract 2L from both sides. 120 minus 2L equals 2W. And if you divide both sides by 2, so we got 60 minus L equals W. Let's replace this expression to the area because that is the thing we are maximizing. A equals L we didn't change, but W we change. It is 60 minus L. If you distribute, it becomes 60L minus L square. Let's write L square first. Negative L square plus 60L. Now, if we have this equation, we always find the vertex. Let's find the vertex. Negative B over 2A. Negative B over 2A. Negative B is 60 divided by 2 times A is negative 1. So we got 30. What does that mean? That means when length is 30, the area will be maximum. So if L is 30, then width also we will get, if you plug back into the perimeter equation, you will get 30. So what is that telling us? If you want to enclose maximum area, then your rectangular should be square, and which makes sense. That's the reason even in real life If you are looking for the plot to build the house, always you look for the square plot because it will minimize the cost. Now here is another problem. Here they're asking the product. So let's say A is the product of two numbers. I don't know those two numbers. So that is X and Y. Now what is the condition? The difference of X minus Y is 8. 8X minus Y. So let's solve for X. So 8 plus Y, this equals X. Now what is we are minimizing? A, product, X times, in fact I want to get in terms of Y because we solve for Y. X is 8 plus Y times Y. So we got 8Y plus Y square. We can write Y square plus 8Y. So you will not get confused with B and A. So let's find the vertex. Negative B over 2A. Negative B is 8. 2 times A is 1. So we got negative 4. Then what will be the X? 8 equals X minus Y is negative 4. So 8 equals X plus 4. Subtract 4 from both sides. We got X is 4. So the two numbers are X equals 4 and the Y equals to negative 4. And these are the numbers which makes product the minimum. And which makes sense.